Hey guys, it's Dan here. I'm making a video about Fiverr today. We're going over what you should know before you're starting on Fiverr, some of the pros and cons that comes with being a freelancer on Fiverr. So if you haven't already seen, I made a video, I'll post a link right here. This video goes over all the stuff that I've done on Fiverr this year within the past 4 months and how you can really scale it up. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to actually getting work on Fiverr. Last month I did $6,300 worth of sales on Fiverr. So I'm just going to tell you exactly what the pros and cons are for working on Fiverr. So the pros is if you have no experience, it's totally awesome because they'll still take gigs from you if you don't have a lot of experience. You're going to need a portfolio. If you don't have any experience, at least give something to show the client so that they know you can do the job. So let's go over the pros of working on Fiverr. Fiverr's freaking awesome if you don't have any prior experience because the jobs that you get on Fiverr are usually lower ticket. So if you don't have any experience, it's really good because even if you don't, people who still inquire about your gigs, if you have a portfolio, they can look over that and they can tell right away that you can do the job. I'm posting it on the screen here. It's actually an outreach place for gigs on Fiverr that are related to your service. So as you may know or not know, most of the gigs that come in on Fiverr are inbound. So this is a good place again if you're starting because you can go and start reaching out to people. You do have limits on what you can actually send out per day, but still it's a good place to start if you don't have any experience. These guys don't really know who they're looking for. They just want to make sure that they can get the job done. So these are the perfect clients when you're starting out. Fiverr is actually a really good place to network if you're trying to get into an agency. Just by working on 35 projects last month on Fiverr alone, I met 2 long-term clients that I have now who are actually agency owners and they just need, WordPress websites every so often. So that's like recurring. Now I think I have like $1,200 every month coming in just from those 2 agencies alone. So it's really good for networking too. But I will say also the third thing is that Fiverr is pretty reliable when it comes to getting you jobs. They spend a lot of money on ads. Maybe you've seen some of their YouTube ads, but they're constantly getting new people who are looking for your gigs all the time. So if you can consistently do good work, stay in communication with your clients under 1 hour, and do a good job, they'll keep rewarding you with new jobs, job after job after job. It was actually at a point where I was getting like 5 new inquiries a day, and that's the place where you want to be at. So if you can consistently go out there, do good work, and keep your clients happy, it's actually pretty reliable. Now I want to talk about the cons of Fiverr. A lot of times for some people this may outweigh the pros, but you be the judge. So the first thing I'm going over, as I mentioned before, it's a place where you have lower ticket services. So you're going to get clients who don't really have a lot of budget. They may not know exactly what they're looking for. And a lot of times this may cause cancellations. So that's one thing I will say about Fiverr that personally I've dealt with a lot. Another thing, it's not as big of a problem, but there are many times where a client will dispute the work that you've done. Even though you've done everything perfectly, you've done everything they asked, they will still try to get their money back just to get some free work. Now, I'm not saying this happens to everyone. I'm not saying this will happen to you. I'm just saying that this has happened to me a few times. And Fiverr, majority of the time, is going to side with the buyer because they want to keep their buyers happy to come back and keep, getting new services and obviously retain them as a client. So they're going to side with the buyer majority of the time. So you just have to, take the L and keep going. The last thing I'll say about Fiverr is that for me, out of all the platforms I've worked on, getting your payment is so tough because it takes 2 weeks to get your payment. And I'm sure they do this because they have a lot of complaints of, maybe clients get their work and it's like, they have problems like a few days after or blah, blah, whatever the case is. It just kind of sucks because when you're first starting, you're trying to scale it up. It's like you go with like, if you have a really good ramp up period for like 2 weeks straight, now all the stuff that you had is going to start trickling in within the next month. So when you're working on Fiverr, it really is about consistency and momentum and really staying at the level that you're at or growing. It's either here's what I should say. You're either growing or you're literally dying on Fiverr. So it's like exponential growth that keeps compounding, and that's how it can be reliable. But at the same time, it can easily stop all at once too. So that's what I'll say about Fiverr. And again, guys, if you don't want to listen to any of the advice I've given so far, at least just go out there and take action. Make a Fiverr account, start doing the gigs, and see for yourself. Let me know if you liked the video. Drop a like on this video. Subscribe if you want more tips on how to get freelance clients, make money, and grow your business. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.